Welcome to I've Decided's Community Networking and Learning, held on the first and third Thursday of every month from 8:30 to 10 a.m. Today's featured speaker is Terry Rosen, Healthcare Massage Specialist. He will be speaking on how to transform your way to optimal health and well-being.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to help Terry get his presentation up. So once I introduce him, give us a minute to get going. But we'll get the presentation going, and then he's going to talk to us today about transformational health. I have had firsthand experience with Terry. Many of you have. You were a nurse, a registered nurse.
Critical care
nurse early in his life. From one licensed massage therapist to another.
Yes.
Although I haven't practiced in years, but I would say that Terry is probably I would say the most knowledgeable therapist that I've ever experienced. He takes his practice very serious. He takes his training very serious. You know, most massage therapists, and I can attest to this, when it's time to get our extra hours that we need, we log into some online thing and we zoom, click, and say, yes, we got our license. Terry has taken it very serious, and he has got extracurricular and gotten different license in reflexology. And has taken that very serious. And now he does a transformational massage where he combines the two. So he's going to talk to us today about the benefits of that, our help. And most of you have had the honor of meeting Terry. He is a Launch My Success member of I've Decided and a part of Kurt's group. Kurt is his success partner. And he has worked one-on-one with one of our other success partners, Cindy Bird, through her business, Image Potential. And she has helped him to prepare for today. And so I love that you use our resources and you're a part of the organization. He brought guests and sharing. It's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. You can stand right where I'm at, but I'm going to get your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. All of you community members of I've Decided and honored guests. How many of you are overwhelmed and weighed down with stress, tension, and chronic pain? How many of you are frustrated with unsuccessful methods of providing relief and are still searching for a safe and natural path to optimum health and well-being? Well, there are paths we can take, aren't there? As you're looking at this path, are you taking the pain medications? Hey, we could go marijuana, it's legal now. We could do massage, we could do alcohol, we could also get a chiropractic therapy where you fix you.
Often not covered by health insurance. Or it's very limited compared to regular medicine.
But I want to tell you, you don't have to look anymore. I'm Terry Rosen, and I used to provide massage therapy. Today, I provide transformational massage therapy. And I want to share with you this morning how I developed it, how it works, and the benefits of it. The benefits of massage therapy. Perhaps you know what massage therapy is. You've had massage before, have you not? I started with traditional massage therapy. But what did you feel like when you got done with your massage? Good? Relaxed? According to ancient history, that's exactly how Dr. Hippocrates and the Chinese said that you would feel. And I've been a licensed massage therapist for over 20 years, and I would agree. However, I want to fast forward you to more current times. My clients started presenting with complex multi-symptom issues, such as what can result from Bell's palsy, migraine headaches, fibromyalgia, and what else? I had a client that was 69 years old. She was a grandmother. She loved to take her grandkids to what? Roller coaster rides. She'd come in. Oh, I just loved her. And she'd come in and she told me that she had given her kidney to her husband. She's such a servant. And giving her kidney to her husband, she's a kidney transplant patient. But she comes in one of the days that I was working her and she said, Terry, I have shingles. And when she said that, I knew I had to send her to a kidney specialist because I know the seriousness of shingles on top of being a kidney transplant patient. So I sent her and she come back with, Terry, he couldn't do anything for me. And that's a complex multi-symptom issue. And guess what? She had it for 3 years, guys. 3 years with shingles. So I saw these things happening and I said to myself, Terry, you have to get specialty into your massage. So I looked at it and I thought, okay, I'm going to add specialty, but I added 5 of them. And when I did, I knew something was going to happen. I was going to work on my clients and things were going to get much better. And as I was working, and let's go on a little bit, about a month later, and I took a look at what was happening. My clients were not, saying anything bad about it. But I felt something was missing. I was giving everything that I had, all that I had, those 5 specialties, giving it all. And something was missing. Something. I had to find that something. You know what that was? It was reflexology. I found it. And in a couple of weeks, I kept working on my clients. And I got a phone call. And it was an invite to go to Peoria Embassy Suites. Anybody been there before? I went to the Peoria Embassy Suites for a whole weekend, and this guy said, what we're going to learn is to work on each other's feet. And we're going to learn how to unblock nerve impulses, allowing the body internal stability and balance. And I go, what? Wow. But what is that? That's unblocking the nerve impulses, allowing circulation to get where it couldn't get before, into the whole body. So I did. I went the whole weekend, and when I got done with that weekend, I came back. I was so excited. I started working on my clients, and I could not reproduce it. Man. So I kept going. I kept working. I knew I would probably run into it sometime. And about a month later, I got a phone call. And that call was from Chicago, and it was from a man named Randy. And he said, I have been teaching reflexology for over 25 years. I heard that you're interested in it. But what I want to tell you is you can look at the whole program of reflexology, and you can see it in a classroom instruction. And I came from the medical field, and I love classroom instruction. So I told Randy, I'll be there. So I went. And I just wanted to take a look at reflexology. And when I did, I was inspired. I was intrigued and I was impressed. And I told Randy, I said, you know what I've been thinking after I looked at this? I can combine the two. And he said, nobody's ever thought of that before. That's an incredible idea. He said, if you come up here, and you will be, if you come up here, I will trade with you. And I can tell you if you're on the right path. Boy, did I jump on that. That is what I believe in. And so I came back, and before I did, I told Randy, I am going to certify as a reflexologist. But perhaps you're wondering, guys, what is this reflexology and where did it originate from? Well, I can tell you what reflexology isn't. It isn't massage. Reflexology defined is, it's a science that deals with the principle that there are reflexes in the feet and the hands that correspond with the glands and the organs and all parts of the body. Reflexology, if you stimulate the reflexes, you can help many health problems naturally. Whoa, without medications and drugs. Do you know that reflexology is not new? It's been around since 2330 BC. That's when the Egyptian pharaohs would send out their Egyptian physicians and they would work on people's feet and hands in 2330 BC. How do we know that? Because they were putting these hieroglyphics in the Egyptian pharaoh's tomb. There it is. That is an original print. And reflexology, it's similar to massage in that you get rid of the stress and the tension. But it's not similar to massage in that it will unblock nerve impulses, allowing the body the internal stability and balance. Yes, but allow the body to achieve homeostasis. What on earth is that? Homeostasis, if you define it, is state of equilibrium and balance. Very simply put, homeostasis is where all your body parts are working together in, you've heard the word harmony. It's working in harmony. And also, it is bringing you the greatest feeling inside of you. When I heard this, and I came back and what I had learned, I started working 30 minutes on my client's feet. I did a 30-minute reflexology session, then I went into my massage. And man, that's a 90-minute session. You know something's going to happen. And when I got 2 weeks, 3 weeks into it, I thought, I am going to take this back to Randy because Randy said he would trade with me. And so we did. You know what he said to me? Terry, you're not doing anything wrong except for one thing. You got it backwards. And so what I did, and I thanked him for it, what I did is I turned it around. I started with the soft tissue massage, he said, because when you do that, you are relieving them of their chief complaint, their immediate concern. They walk in, they said, I have pain here, pain there. I have stress, tension, whatever. You get rid of it. And then you work on their feet, which is more relaxed. It made sense to me. It made perfect sense. So when I came back, that's exactly what I did. I turned it around. I explained to my clients and I told them, how do you feel when they get up? And I can't wait to say that. They got up, start presenting differently. I feel amazing. I feel transformed. I feel transformed. And so I changed the name of my massage to Transformational Massage Therapy. And now I would like to tell you how it works. There are 3 basic steps to transformational massage therapy, and the 3 basic steps are, first, I perform soft tissue massage therapy. When I do, I want to tell you about the most amazing component in soft tissue. It's called fascia. Do you know that it really didn't dawn on me before the COVID pandemic what this fascia, why it was so important? I would work on it and that was it. But fascia is a connective tissue. It's a connective tissue that lies on your organs, viscera, and all your muscles. It's straight. It's absolutely straight, right? It looks like, when I saw it under an electron microscope, it looks like spider webs, many of them, just lying there. Have you ever seen between 2 beams sometime? Spider webs. That's what they look like. But you know what? In this time we are living, the stresses and the tensions are so much, it's trauma. And when you receive that, this is what your fascia looks like. Yeah. So that's the first thing I do is I unblock. I release it and I stretch it out, and it's called piezoelectric phenomena. I stretch that out. You go to the second step, and the second step is reflex zones. I will focus on them. Now we're talking about body, mind, and feet. Body, mind. We're talking about the body, feet, and hands. We all have these reflex zones in us. But These reflex zones have also got these, you see those ones that are going across, the horizontal ones. I can show you on me, diaphragm. And these are lines that come across, and diaphragm, waistline, pelvic guideline, and then there's one that goes vertical, longitudinal tendon guideline. Why are these important? I will not quiz you at the end, I promise. These are important because when I'm working on your feet and you say, ooh, that's sensitive. What is it? I can tell you what it is. Because when I'm going into the foot and there's pain, it goes up. If I can hold this thing still, it goes up that reflex zone. Somewhere in there, you have a problem. Okay, so when we go from the reflex zones, then we go into the next step. We go into acupressure. And acupressure, there are over 1,500 acupressure points in the body, in the feet. 1,500 acupressure points. They're also called reflexes. They're also called nerve impulses. They are all connected to your central nervous system, and your central nervous system is like a wiring of your entire house, right? A wiring of your house, that's your body. And with every complex wiring system, you can have a short circuit. And you can have a short circuit in your body because the short circuit is caused because of the tensions that I mentioned that we're in now. Tensions causing pressure, and the pressure is right into those nerve impulses. But you know that's blocking. What is it blocking? Your glands, your organs, and all parts of the body. These are things God created in you. Why block them? Come in with the acupressure and you release the tension. You ease the pressure. And you unblock or relax the nerve impulse, allowing improved blood flow. Up to now, I have told you how I developed TMT, how it works, but perhaps you're still wondering, does it work? And I can resoundingly say, yes, it does. The benefits of TMT fall into three primary categories: body, mind, spirit, with overall well-being. What one of my clients experienced was a classic example of the benefits that you can experience. And his name, I want you to know, is Brian. Brian came to me years ago, and he said to me, when you collect information and stuff, he says to me, Terry, I am 250 pounds, yeah, but he said, I work for Caterpillar Tractor Company, and I am an exec, and they send me everywhere, all over the place, and I come back, and I've got this back strain like something else. And then I further investigated. He said, but I don't stop when I come home. I keep going. I chop down a tree, or I go to the neighbor's house and help them move, or I mow the grass. He doesn't stop. So he said, can you help me? And I said, well, let's do it. And so I got where I worked on him, and this is what I got: increased range of motion, decreased pain, less pain. I also released his tension that he had in his ligaments and tendons. And I removed he had soreness and stiffness, probably from the chopping of the tree, but soreness and stiffness out of his muscles and joints. Now, these things I could assess. They were tangible. And he felt immediately, but those awesome intangible physical benefits were his nutrients getting into the bloodstream, and they were increased. And also, he received something else. And it just dawned on me that this is the restored body tissues, tone, strength, and muscle. And he also got an improved immune system. Didn't we all need an improved immune system these last year and a half? You know what I'd like to do with you guys right now? I would like to fast forward you to the year 2019, when Brian returned from Brazil this time. And he says, Terry, here we go again. Terry, I got this back pain. Can you help me? I said, oh yeah, we know what we're doing. Brian, go ahead, get on the table. He says, wait a minute. Don't you ask me what my stress level is? I knew what his stress level was. He said, when he told me what his stress level was, I took a step back, because 2 years after I met Brian, I went out with his family to a spiritual revival, walked to Emmaus, and I met his whole entire family, and I got very close to him. I looked at him and I said, what is it? He was taking his wife back and forth to Chicago, to Northwestern Hospital for her cancer treatment. She got cancer, and she got a disease of the worst kind. I looked at Brian and I could see he was burdened with this extremely stressful situation. And he had more than that. He said, Terry, I'm trying to write my third children's book. Trying to write his third one. He had published the first two, and I didn't even know about that. And then he said, yeah, I'm trying to publish this one, and I can't get mental clarity. Terry, can you help? And good grief, I told him at this time, Brian, I am a certified reflexologist. I haven't seen you since last time, but what we can do, we can go into the tips of your toes. There are brain reflexes up through there, and I can stimulate them. And down in this area here is your 2 adrenal gland reflexes. What we can do is that and other. But I went in to do that, and you know what he got? He got his mental clarity. And something else he got where he could anyway, he can cope better with mental and emotional issues. When he was able to do that, coping with that, he also got the giddy up and go. That's what I call it, because that is where his blood pressure came up. It was stimulated, and it stepped up his respirations as well. And guess what Brian looked after that? Brian was able to meet the additional demands of what was really getting right on him. My friends, do you see? Brian benefited physically, mentally, emotionally from the unique development, the unique combination of massage and reflexology. But you know something? What happened next was what made me understand. It's what made me understand what happens to my clients when they come off that table. When they come off that table and I see this, so I'm going to share with you Brian's transformation. When he come back, first TMT, he says, Terry, I'm ready. It was only 3 weeks, but he came back. I'm ready. And remember all that he was going through. And so I worked on him. He got up and I said those words that I couldn't wait to say, but I was a little bit, and I said, Brian, how do you feel? He goes, Terry, this is unlike anything you've ever done with me. He says, this is amazing. I feel refreshed, renewed, and revived. And he feels lighter. He's over 250 pounds. He feels lighter. Wow. He says, Terry, this is what I had needed all this time. So you know what? I felt he got his energy from the overall well-being that you experience at that level. And he not only got energy, he got a better ability. He got life more invigorated, and he was better able to handle his frustrations of what he was going through and better able to pursue his goals and dreams. when I saw what my clients were going through after I got done giving them a TMT. Sounds like TNT, doesn't it? But giving them a TMT and they received it and they got up, and what I saw, I knew that God had made me an instrument for healing. This blew me away because I found that missing ingredient. And when I did, my friends, I am almost 70 years old. And I've got a new lease on life. Praise God, so do my clients. They do too. And they're the best clients in the world because they're receiving this treatment. So I ask you this question, all of you. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, weighed down with stress, tension, and chronic pain, wouldn't you rather feel like Brian, refreshed, renewed, revived, and lighter, even balanced in your body, mind, and spirit? Because transformational massage therapy is a safe and natural path to optimize your health and well-being. Transformation is possible. Thank you. Yes, I would
Okay.
love to show a video.
Kind
I
of
would
set it
like to
up.
tell them
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, set it up while I get it going.
I would like to tell you first that what I saw in my clients, and I would actually have them turn and look at the mirror. I'd say, you got to see this. You look differently after I get done. And so they did that. Well, I wanted you to see it. How do you do that? Well, I got a videographer to come in and do an interview at first. So it's called before, after, what do I call it? I always miss that word. Before, after, video, whatever. But they speak it. Yeah, thank you. And I got four people of my clients said they would do this. It's a before and after transformational massage therapy. And you're going to see the difference. Please look for it.
I don't know
because
if they'll be able to hear it. We'll have to see.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway,
We'll try.
Melissa Ensminger is one of the four, and God bless her. She's here. And she wanted to meet all you guys. She wanted to know about I've Decided community. So ladies and gentlemen of the I've Decided community and honored guest, Melissa Ensminger, she is going to be speaking.
Ask Kurt if he can let us know if he can hear.
Kurt, can you hear?
Well, hang on.
Kurt? No,
No.
he cannot.
Else because he uses his
Can you hear
level of
now?
certification in every massage.
can't hear.
And typically when you go see a masseuse,
Yes.
they maybe have one
Oh,
or two
okay.
certifications, but
can hear.
from myofascial release to
Can you play that?
reflexology to a whole host of other things, he's done a really amazing job to make your body as healthy as it can be when you get off of his table. I feel lighter, so much more energy. All the knots are just worked out. It really is transformational. It's incredible what he's able to do in just a short amount of time. You leave that table free and full of energy and ready to tackle life. It's really incredible. I would highly recommend him to anybody. In fact, I do recommend him to everybody.
Is that the only one you're on the show? Yeah, we'll ask questions. Okay. I know. Okay. All right, that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. All right, great. Can you guys hear us again now? You can still hear us? Awesome. That's awesome. So get in here, Terry. Get in this so they can see you in here. You
will.
stand there. I'll stand here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume up for you guys online into the room so that we can ask questions and give feedback or comments. So let me go ahead and turn this up. All right, somebody say something so I can see if we can hear you.
I'm here. Terry, you were amazing. This is Julie. I'm not on video, but you have done massage on me like 2 or 3 times, and you remind me I need to get back in there. I gave my family my appointment times in the summertime, but I'm back.
Thank you, Julie.
You were very informative about the fascia. That's been coming up in my mind a lot. So thank you. Very informative.
Awesome.
Thank you, Julie.
Let me figure out why we're echoing quick. Somebody in the room's got a question.
I have a question. Is the fascia an actual physical object in our body, or is it just where nerves are centered? Like, what is that?
You know where your muscles are, right? It's over the muscles, over your organs. And that's why I told you it's connective tissue. And what it looks like is the spider webs. They've got to remain straight, but it doesn't. Not in this tension and pressure we got. Is there any other questions?
Yeah, online?
I have a question. I mean, not a question, but a comment.
Yes, Jeannie.
Unfortunately, I had to cancel my appointment with Terry this morning because of my headache. But I'm going to tell you, he does wonders. Somebody grab his head so it doesn't get too big. But he is fabulous. And in fact, I've been going to him quite a few months and everything. And I haven't had to go to the chiropractor because he has just made it so much better for me. So the only suggestion I have is make sure you book ahead and you book while you're there, because you won't get in because he's got to be very popular. Maybe we should clone you, Terry.
The world's only got room for one Terry.
Amen to that.
Hey, Kim.
We can't
Thank
really
you,
stop
Jeannie.
the echoing here while we're talking,
Yeah.
but
Kim, can you hear
any
me?
other questions in the room? Yeah, Molly has a question.
Yes, Molly.
What does Eastern medicine or like acupuncture, chakras, does any of that come into play with what you do? Like,
Well, you just mentioned acupuncture.
Yeah.
It's like acupressure.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
So
Eastern.
it's very similar to
Yes,
that.
very
What about
similar.
chakras and all that? Do you-
But the acupressure is this movement here. Okay. That is the reflexology that is done.
Do you think that it opens up our energy as well?
Absolutely.
That was the shock. The question.
Can you come sit here and talk in this microphone?
Okay.
We're gonna rearrange this just. All right, there we go. Now you won't.
What I wanted to say is that when Kim had mentioned that I do everything that I can in my massage and I add this and add that, that's exactly what I have been doing to be the best that I can be for my clients. I have done massage, now I'm doing reflexology, and I'm also doing essential oils.